Well, thinking of yours and our families first, we're talking about boating safety ahead of summer.
Well, this morning, Fox 61's Lindsay Kane is in Milford. She's talking about boating safety, a lot of important information. Lindsay?
Hi, good morning. Well, we're actually in the classroom in Milford, the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary Classroom. Now, a class is going to be held on Saturday for some safe boating tips in order to get your boating license, your water license. And we're here with Tom Villanti and Veronica McCusker. Thank you both so much for having us. So can you start by just talking a little bit about some safe boating tips? And something that we were talking about earlier is paddle boating, which is like kayaking, canoeing, which is really popular nowadays.
Yeah, well, paddlecraft needs to wear a PFD as well, which is called a life jacket. It has its name, which means life jacket. It's a lifesaver. So we recommend that. You also have to have a detente that pulls your key out if you fall in the water. You hook it to your belt, and some of them will actually take more than one passenger. Some of them are big enough to take two passengers and a driver. But they are still subject to all the rules of navigation, because once you're on the water, you're a boat, whether you're a paddlecraft or a canoe or anything. Now, canoes and small paddlecraft are the leading cause of death among all vessels, because people go out there and they don't know what they're doing, they haven't taken a course, and the next thing you know, their paddlecraft is ashore and they're not here, they're gone.
Wow, so that's exactly what this course is. It's in order to make sure that you have those safe boating information in order to be safe on the water. Can you talk about some other important things that people need to know if they're going to get out on the water this summer?
Sure. I can't emphasize enough the value of coming to one of the courses that the auxiliary give. They know what they're talking about. They've been doing it for a long time. It's one of their primary missions. They're going to tell you about the equipment that you need to have on board, about navigation rules, wearing a PFD. Even if you're on a paddlecraft, they have the kind that go around your waist so it doesn't interfere with your paddling. So there's really no reason that anyone shouldn't wear a PFD. Another thing that you could do is download the Coast Guard app, which looks like this. And when you go into it, it's got a lot of different sections in here. So you can get some safe boating tips. You can look at safety equipment, which includes things like carrying a light on your boat. If you're in a small boat like a canoe, carry a flashlight. You have your PFD, have flares, a cell phone, a VHF radio. You know, even if you're on a small vessel like that, let's just say you're a family, you're taking your kids out, still be prepared. Take a float plan or have a float plan so that somebody knows that you're going to be out on the water. Another good tip is the if found stickers. The auxiliary passes them out so you can stick it right on the side of your boat, put 2 phone numbers, because if something happens to you and someone finds your vessel, the Coast Guard will respond and they will assume that there are people in the water. So it costs about $7,000 an hour for a Coast Guard small boat to get underway in a search and rescue case, about $15,000 an hour for a helicopter. And so the Coast Guard can be out there searching for you. Well, if you've lost your boat and you're on shore, it's good to know that, and they'll be able to call those phone numbers to make sure you're safe.
Right, those are some great tips. And really, anytime you're on the water, you should be wearing a life jacket, a U.S. Coast Guard approved life jacket like this one, right? It's super, super important. So we're going to have some more tips coming up in the next hour. And again, that safe boating class is here on Saturday, begins at 8 a.m., you said, right?
8 a.m.
8 a.m. Walk-ins are welcome. You can come at 7:30. Some great information here, and we'll have more coming up soon. So Tim and Erica, back over to you.
Great, thank you so much.